Eddie Hearns drops a massive bombshell, says that Anthony Joshua, he can fight on a different network, like Fight Wilder on Showtime. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Eddie Hearns, he just did an interview with the Sportsman, link in the description, and he unveiled some interesting info and intel. He said that he and his side, Joshua, his deal with DAZN, basically doesn't sound like it's exclusive to the point where, like, they're not going to get in the way of Joshua becoming undisputed. Like, Joshua can, if he had to, you know, he said basically DAZN can pay the most money, but Joshua can also fight on Showtime. You know, that it's not going to stand in the way. Let me read a direct quote for you guys. Eddie Hearn said, "There will be more barriers and confusion in the heavyweight division, but nothing that can't be sorted out with a few quid. We won't let the barriers within our agreement with DAZN stand in the way of Anthony Joshua becoming undisputed. DAZN can pay more money than anyone else out there, but if it means he has to fight Wilder on Showtime, that is doable. With Tyson Fury's deal, he can't do that, so that makes him more obstructive than the others. Wilder is a free agent and doesn't have a TV deal." So he also went on and said earlier in this interview that we offered Tyson Fury 60-40, but he wouldn't take it. He wants 50-50, which is quite honestly hilarious. And he said, but that's another story. So very interesting unfolding from Eddie Hearns. So now he's saying that you know, this was at a Gerald Miller press conference, and I'm presuming the London one, and it was just uploaded, and he's saying that Joshua's deal, basically it sounds like Joshua's deal is not exclusive with DAZN and he could fight on Showtime. Very interesting, because for starters, him and Showtime's Steven Espinoza had like a public spat. I made a video about it, so you know, I don't know if that's the right way and approach to work with the network that you once worked with your fighter Joshua, but that happened. Another reason it's interesting is because previously, when DAZN first came out, Eddie Hearns, at least to me, in interviews that I seen, he made it seem like everything, you know, all these fighters have to come to DAZN. If Charlo wants to fight Jacobs or Canelo, they got to come to DAZN. And if Wilder wants the Joshua fight, he must come to DAZN. Sign, you know, have a preamble fight of Dominic Breazeale, Dillian White or something on DAZN. And then after that, you know, get Joshua on DAZN. But now he's saying something different. So I don't know if he was just saying that to entice it, and then when Wilder went his own way and fought Tyson Fury, probably going to fight Dominic Breazeale now, May 18th, and now he's switching it, you know, and telling the truth. But to me, that seems a little bit weird, because like I said, the way he phrased it previously, what I gathered, he made it sound like, oh, Joshua Wilder had to happen on DAZN, you know. But either way, the heavyweight division, there's a lot going on. I'm interested to see what happens. Joshua has to get past Gerald Miller. I don't think it's as easy a fight that some people make it seem to be, just because of Miller's size. He's confident, you know, on record, and he is undefeated. So to take an undefeated fighter's you gotta typically do a little bit more in general. So we'll see how this plays out and transpires. But interesting information from Eddie Hearn. I just want to see the fight. I really don't care about the network beefs and spats and quarrels and that type of stuff. I just want to see it. Joshua Wilder needs to happen. Tyson Fury kind of fucked the game up, not in a positive way. When he went over to ESPN, it kind of scrambled the cards a bit, you know, reshuffled the deck. And I agree with Eddie Hearn. What he's saying is Tyson Fury's deal is more exclusive. For Wilder, he doesn't have, like, he could fight on Fox, he could fight on Showtime. I'm sure he could fight on DAZN if he wants to, right? He said he's a free agent, he could fight on ESPN, and I believe that, you know, because he has an advisor in Al Heyman, but he doesn't, like, Lou DiBella hasn't promoted every single one of his fights, so he doesn't have a built-in actual promoter, you know, like Joshua, like a go-to. This is my, you know, Canelo's promoter is Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Joshua's promoter is Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, right? But Joshua and Canelo, their situations are different than Wilder. Their landscape is different. Tyson Fury entered this ESPN deal, and now he's telling Joshua as well as Wilder that they have to come to him now, which, you know, it almost sounds like a pipe dream, because who are you to dictate any of that? You know, I get the lineal champion and whatnot, but you don't have like a physical belt that's current and active kind of thing. You know, you were the first to beat Klitschko, and then you had to give up all your other belts for obvious reasons when he failed the drug test. But, you know, I just don't feel like Tyson Fury, just because you're on a big network, that doesn't mean you have full dictatorship and A-side leverage because you teamed up with ESPN, who happens to be the big broadcaster in the US. That doesn't make you the A-side. I mean, if that's the case, then that means, so who else is on ESPN? Let's say Oscar Valdez. So he's on ESPN. That means Gary Russell, no matter what, has to come fight him on ESPN because he's on the big broadcaster. You know, that means that Canelo, if he wanted to fight, you know, Kovalev, he has to come to, you know, there's a lot of guys that fight on ESPN, but that doesn't automatically make you guaranteed the A side in any equation because your broadcaster is huge. You know, that doesn't even make sense. You know, Canelo, if he were to fight Kovalev, which he brought up, he said he's known Kovalev for a while, you know, it's possible he could fight him at 175. Canelo would still be the A side, you know. Let me know what you guys think. Interesting news from Eddie Hearn. He sees Joshua Wilder basically more of a doable fight than Joshua Fury because of the exclusivity of Tyson Fury's new deal on ESPN, which is why I'm saying this kind of shook things up, not in a positive way. Tyson Fury signing to ESPN. Other thing is, who's Tyson Fury going to fight on ESPN? He could be the one that ends up getting starved out. Like, I just can't think of top heavyweights that are fan friendly, that mesh well with his style, that ESPN already has or directly works with, that people want to see him fight, you know. So they're going to end up paying him all this money for, from what I could gather, lackluster fights, unless they make some of these fights with like Luis Ortiz, who's with PBC, Wilder, who's with PBC, Joshua, who's with Matchroom, DAZN. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.